Nous sommes le 2 octobre 2025. Ce n'est pas une date comme les autres. En France, c'est un jour de vérité. Un jour où l'on crie, un jour où l'on marche. Des boulevards de Paris, aux places de Marseille, une vague de protestations déferle. Les syndicats ont appelé à une grève nationale, une mobilisation générale. Ils veulent envoyer un message clair au gouvernement, un message de colère et de refus. Cette date n'a pas été choisie au hasard. Elle fait suite à des mois de tensions sociales et de débats politiques qui ont laissé des cicatrices. C'est un jour où la France qui travaille, la France qui enseigne, la France qui soigne, s'arrête pour faire entendre sa voix. The images are powerful, they speak for themselves. On one side, a human tide, a compact, noisy, colorful crowd. Thousands united by a common cause. They advance slowly, a river of discontent through the city. Flags of all colors, red CGT, orange CFDT, blue and white Force Ouvrière. Our pensions are not for sale. More staff, less profit. On the other side, a blue line. Immobile, impassive. The security forces, CRS riot police and gendarmes mobiles, deployed in large numbers at strategic intersections and in front of public buildings. Along the protest route, reassuring and intimidating. The contrast is striking. Fluid crowd versus rigid formation. Sometimes peaceful. A nod, a shared look of weariness. Elsewhere tense. Provocations, insults, any sudden move can be misread. The fragile balance can break. The scene repeats across France, a choreographed, unpredictable street theater. In Paris, the mobilization is always a spectacle. The capital amplifies the country's anger. The main procession set off from Place de la République. From early morning, it filled up. Groups converged from Île-de-France. Stations poured out a steady flow. People equipped with flags, with banners. A festive start. Union stands handed leaflets and coffee. Friends greeted each other. As the procession advanced, the mood changed. The crowd grew oppressive. First firecrackers cracked under the Union loudspeakers. The march stretched for kilometers. A serpent through Haussmannian boulevards. Some onlookers cheered, others annoyed. The city split in two. Protest versus daily life, with closures and diversions. Massive police presence. The prefecture kept its word. CRS vans at sensitive corners. Drones watched from the sky. Side streets were sealed to prevent breakaways. At Place de la Nation, dispersal turned delicate. Projectiles and tear gas, water cannons, a gray, acrid cloud, chaotic final images overshadowing hours of peaceful marching. The anger was not confined to Paris. Lyon mobilized significantly, from the Manufacture des Tabacs, a site of working-class memory, to Place Bellecour. Industrial and chemical workers, hospital staff from the hospices civils, determined, good-natured. Bordeaux marched through the center along the quays. Small wine growers joined urban workers. Pesticides and health debates surfaced. Higher wages, defensive services, rejection of pension reform. Students visible, campuses blocked, climate justice slogans. In Lyon and Bordeaux, neighbors march with neighbors. Struggles are shared daily. Police secured routes, filtered access. Tensions near prefectures and squares showed no city is immune. The face-off, protesters versus CRS, is now a nationwide image. This is not just a Parisian affair. Deep roots span the country. The turnout becomes a key indicator for unions. Determination etched on provincial faces. Alors, quelles sont les raisons concrètes de cette colère? Pour comprendre, regardons les revendications. Le point central, c'est le pouvoir d'achat. Depuis 2 ans, l'inflation grignote, énergie, alimentation, logement. Les salaires ne suivent pas. Tout augmente, sauf nos salaires. Mon salaire stagne, mes factures explosent. Ça suffit, ils réclament hausse générale, hausse du SMIC, réindexation sur l'inflation. Une nécessité pour boucler les fins de mois. Deuxième enjeu, défendre les services publics. Hôpitaux, écoles, transports. Ils dénoncent coupes, pénurie de personnel, marchandisation.
On est à bout de souffle.
Ils réclament des embauches massives et l'arrêt des fermetures de services de proximité. Troisième pilier, retraite. Projet de reculer l'âge et allonger la cotisation. Ligne rouge syndicale. Ils veulent qu'on travaille jusqu'à l'épuisement. Double peine redoutée. Au-delà, sentiment de perte de justice sociale. Profits records et cadeaux fiscaux versus partage des richesses. Une société à 2 vitesses, moteur profond de la colère. Une donnée interpelle. Le taux de grévistes chez les enseignants. Le ministère annonce environ 15% dans le primaire et le secondaire. Les syndicats, autour de 25%. Loin des mobilisations d'antan où l'éducation menait le cortège. Cette démobilisation interroge. Première raison, financière. Une journée de grève, une journée de salaire perdu, salaire stagnant. Je ne peux pas perdre 80 €, confie une jeune institutrice. Après des années sans avancée claire, un fatalisme s'installe, manifester ne servirait plus. Deuxième raison, l'épuisement, réforme, adaptation constante, reconnaissance en berne. On nous demande d'enseigner, éduquer, être psychologue, assistant social, avec moins de moyens. Ce recul affaiblit le mouvement interprofessionnel et envoie un signal mitigé. Les luttes se fragmentent, chaque profession mène sa bataille. Un symptôme d'une crise plus profonde de l'action collective. To truly understand, listen to those marching. We met Sylvie, 54, a hospital caregiver.
I'm here for my patients. We don't have enough staff. We run all day. We choose between giving a drink and changing a dressing. It's inhumane, for them and for us. We want the means to work with dignity and a salary to live, not survive.
They talk competitiveness and efforts. Look at the profits. Colossal. Where does it go? To shareholders. We create wealth. We get crumbs. We demand our fair share. Respect for our work. We've had enough too. Hours standing, insults, projectiles. Many demands are legitimate. My wife is a nurse. We feel like a buffer between people and politicians who don't listen.
Social and climate are linked. Same system exploits workers and planet. We fight both fronts, building bridges for a sustainable, fair future.
A new generation seeks common grammar for protest. This day did not come from nowhere. The government lacks an absolute majority. It seeks ad hoc alliances or resorts to Article 49.3 to pass bills without a vote. Repeated use on major texts, including the budget, fuels democratic frustration. A style of governance perceived as vertical and disconnected. Unions, associations, local officials feel unheard. Consultations seen as formalities. The feeling of contempt drives anger. They govern from Parisian offices. Unemployment insurance reform, tightening benefits, was poorly received. Controversial statements exacerbated tensions, hence a broader rejection of policy and methods, and a united front. Major confederations marching together, public and private, managers and workers. A common front makes governing harder. Unity gives weight. The context has forced it. As the day ends, the question is, what's next? What impact for October 2nd? In the short term, firmness, minimize turnout, spotlight violence, reaffirm reforms. The power balance is not yet enough to force a retreat. This is a warning shot. For success, it must last. New strike days, targeted actions, anchoring over time. The social movement remains a central expression when institutions feel blocked. Social peace is fragile. High numbers, despite teachers' demobilization, show willingness to act. Attachment to public services and solidarity-based redistribution endures. But challenges loom. Fragmented struggles, harder education mobilization, cost of striking, fringe violence. Unions must reinvent new actions, better articulation, social, environmental, democratic, and prove collective action works. This day is a mirror. Fractures, anxieties, contradictions. Hope for justice versus fear of decline. Solidarity versus individual withdrawal. The future depends on the path chosen, dialogue or confrontation. The coming weeks will be crucial. The story is still being written.